We heard it all. We heard the Eagles are cooked. The Eagles are on the way down. The Eagles peaked too early. Well, tonight, you all remember how good we really are. Dallas still stinks. Yo, doing? Dingbat here, and welcome to the Victory Celebration Room, better known as my garage, where we come out to smoke a victory cigar every time the Philadelphia Eagles win, which is just about every single week. Now, we can't go in the house and smoke a cigar in the house where it's warm, because if we do, the wife will whoop my ass, and then I'll be knocked out, waking up on the floor of my own blood and urine. We can't have that. So we come out here, we smoke a cigar in the cold, we enjoy the night. That's how we like it. And tonight, we are going to be smoking a stogie. And this is going to be enjoyable. This is going to be good. This is going to be real good. Why? Because the Eagles didn't just win a regular season game. They won the divisional round of the playoffs. That's right, divisional round of the playoffs. The Eagles are headed to the NFC Championship game. And get this. The Eagles beat the Giants 38-7. The same score that they beat the Minnesota Vikings in 2017 when they played them in the championship game. Is that a good omen? I think so. I think so. Now, I got a lot to say this week. I always got a lot to say. But here's the thing. Normally, I like to come out here and I like to pick a couple guys I think deserve a cigar. And believe me, there's a lot to choose from today, okay? And giving the guys a cigar is like giving them a Game Boy, okay? And today, there's a lot of guys to choose from, okay? I gotta adjust this. Hold on. I'm gonna adjust this camera. It's gonna feel like I'm grabbing your ass, but I'm not. Pause. I'm just adjusting the camera. Okay, it's tight enough. Not your ass, the camera. Okay, I was adjusting the camera. Don't get all excited over there. All right. So, anyways, I'm not here to really pick out any players tonight, because here's the thing. This was a team effort across the board that won this game. I could say Jalen Hurts should get it. He definitely deserves it. Miles Sanders, Dallas Goedert, Devontae Smith, the offensive line, Lane Johnson. You know, we could look at the defensive side of the ball. We could look at Josh Sweat, Haason, Reddick. We could look at James Bradbury. Okay, we could look at a lot of guys that deserved it. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, he came back. He was absolutely fantastic. Kenneth Gainwell is the running back. There's a lot of guys to choose from because a lot of guys played good. But this is the playoffs. This is a team game. We are dedicating this mother humper to the Philadelphia Eagles. The team, the coaching staff, to me, it was the best coaching job I've seen from the Eagles, this staff probably ever. Especially Jonathan Gannon. I can't wait to talk about it. If you like Jonathan Gannon, if you've been wanting Philly 500 to give him credit, tonight is your night. Without further ado, and without this stupid train going by somewhere, I don't know where, let's light this bad boy up. Blow torch. Pause. Tastes so good. Yo, anybody out here? It tastes so good when it touches your lips. You know what I mean? The taste of victory is so good. You see that light there? That's definitely a plane. But we saw craft. We saw UAP, UFO, whatever you want to call it. We saw one the other day. But anyways, let's talk about this game. Before I get into this game, and before I start talking about it, if you're new to the channel, hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. This is the most censored, throttled, pause Eagles content creator in all of the internet. Only way to break free, you gotta hit that subscribe button, that like button. Thank you. And if you've been subscribed for a while, you like these cigar videos, shout out to you. Thank you for all your support. You know I love you. Now, I say all that to say this, okay? Congratulations, and I mean this. I may hate this team. We may be bitter rivals, but sometimes when you're a bit of a rival with a team for so long, you have a mutual disdain and respect for each other. You hate each other, but you kind of can respect where they're coming from. And I gotta say, congratulations, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Congratulations, New York Giant fans, on a wonderful, wonderful season. I know it didn't end the way you wanted it to, but listen, not everybody has dreams come true, and you guys were asking an awful lot. You're dreaming to beat us, but you had a hell of a season. You have a good coach. You got a nucleus. You got some good young players, and I think the Giants are only going to go up. So I want to say congratulations on a good season, beating the Minnesota Vikings. I don't like the Minnesota Vikings. We're not Minnesota Viking fans here. But you won. You had a good season. You beat the Vikings. But now you had to come play the good guys. Now you had to come play the powerhouse. And a lot of people, and I mean this, a lot of people within the media, a lot of people talking this week, forgot how good the Eagles were. They forgot how good we are. They act like the Eagles they could lose to the Giants. The Eagles, they're not better than San Francisco. They're not better than these teams. They're struggling. They had peaked already. Jalen Hurts isn't healthy. They may be one and done. They may be one and done. Vegas said, no, I don't think so. Eagle fans said, no, I don't think so. Most important, the team said, no, I don't think so. That's how good we are. And they forgot how good we are. Now you all know. I know, I can see it. I can hear the teeth chattering. That was Cowboy fans. They got scared when Jalen Hurts went back and he scored that first touchdown. Then he comes back and he goes 14-0 with Devontae Smith. Cowboy fans got real scared, real quiet. It's a beautiful thing. Take care of business tomorrow, 49er fans. I mean, Dallas fans, whoever, I don't care which one we play. We can play the 49ers, we can play Cowboys. I don't really care. We'll beat either one. Because I think this was the game. If we were going to lose one, it would have been this game. This is the game we would have lost if we were going to lose one. Now that we got some momentum, we got a playoff win, whoever comes into Philly is coming into a buzzsaw. Get ready. You're coming into a buzzsaw. But tonight, an excellent win. And seriously, in all seriousness, congratulations, Giant fans, on a good season. You surprised the hell out of me, out of everybody else. Also, I thought this was going to be a closer game. I thought this was going to be like a 3-4 point game. I had the Eagles winning 28-23, 27-23. I was wrong. I apologize. Damn, I thought because it was an NFC East division game, this would be close. I couldn't be more wrong. I apologize. The Eagles, they destroyed this team. They destroyed them. I knew the Eagles were a lot better, but I figured, because they know each other so well, it'll be a tough game. Boy, was I wrong. And thank God I was. I love it. This is actually my second cigar video. Well, I did the original 5 minutes of a video, and my phone ran out of storage space. I had to delete the whole mother humper and start over. Sucked. But technically, I'm on my second cigar. Let me say this. Jalen Hurts came out. Everybody was worried about whether he was 100% healthy, all that stuff. I knew he wasn't 100% healthy. I don't think he's 100% healthy. But he's healthy enough to do the things that he has to do that he couldn't do week 18. You saw it on the touchdown he scored where they blitzed and he just went. Walked right into the end zone. He ran a lot more. He took some hits. He did everything he had to do that he has been doing. And Jalen Hurts is back. He was fantastic. Talking about a clutch performance. Let me share with you something, Cowboy fans. Let me share with you something, Dak Prescott fans. That's how a quarterback plays in the playoffs. That's called delivering. You know what I mean? Delivering the good. Jalen Hurts, clutch. I'm telling you, I truly believe that Jalen Hurts has a clutch gene. I do. I believe he has one. He was awesome. He was awesome. But I had a feeling we were in good hands when it was like, I want to say third, fourth snap of the game, they actually ran Miles Sanders. I said, okay, we're going to run the ball. And I knew Miles was going to have a big game. I did. Because everybody's been talking about Jalen Hurts' injury. Jalen Hurts' injury. Jalen Hurts is hurt. All this stuff. But nobody's been talking about Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders had a tweaked knee at the end of the year. They didn't use him much. Today, they unleashed him. And he's like the devastator to the New York Giants. It's always good to see a new young generation of Eagles players who are going to constantly give the New York Giants problems. You can see it right now. Miles Sanders gives them problems. Dallas Goedert gives them problems. We all know about Boston Scott. How about Devontae Smith? He scores touchdowns every time he plays the New York Giants. It's a beautiful thing. Devontae Smith, excellent again. Excellent again. What a great win. To come out, go down the field, score a touchdown. That was so important to me, okay? Because what you didn't want to do is you didn't want the Giants to keep this thing close, gain confidence throughout the game as the game got into the third and fourth quarter. The Eagles didn't do that. They just came and moved the ball. And shout out to Jonathan Gannon. Shout out to Jonathan Gannon. That's what I'm talking about. Jonathan Gannon, you listen? That's what I'm talking about. How about that safety blitz with Charles Gardner-Johnson? Right up the middle. Daniel Jones had to get rid of the ball, throws the interception to James Bradbury. That's what I'm talking about. My complaints with Jonathan Gannon are sometimes he's not aggressive enough. Sometimes he goes through these games where he starts out, maybe he's not aggressive, then he adjusts and he gets aggressive for a while, then he backs off. This game, he didn't back off. He stayed aggressive the whole game. The whole game, he went up and didn't respect those receivers. He manned up on those receivers. He then went and spied Daniel Jones, and he went and got him. Daniel Jones couldn't run the ball. He couldn't run. When he tried to take off the pocket, there was guys there. He did. Jonathan Gannon, perfect. Perfecto, Jonathan Gannon. No complaints. That was it. And if you do that every week, you would be my favorite defensive coordinator in the league. Seriously, do that every week. Because I'm telling you, I think they could. Obviously, you got to change it up based upon the teams you're playing, but I like the aggressiveness. He's got the talent to be aggressive. Loved it, Jonathan Gannon. I have no complaints. It was awesome. For the first time in I want to say a month, and I'm not over exaggerating. For the first time a month, it's not raining. It's not raining. And today, before the games, I still have more. I still have to take another load. Pause. But I got another load of trash from Christmas and all this stuff. Pause. And I couldn't get to the dump for 3 weeks because the roads were flooded to the dump. You couldn't get there. So I had to go today. I went this morning. It was literally backed up like a mile and a half. It was so backed up, everybody trying to go dump because nobody could go for 3-4 weeks. Ooh, what is that? That's a plane or something. You see it blinking? Now, I gotta say this. I did film a UAP recently, just a couple days ago. It wasn't me who filmed it, it was my wife. Actually, I think my daughter on my wife's phone. But this is a real deal. If you go check my shorts out, you can see it. It's the real deal. No, it wasn't. It wasn't a balloon. It wasn't any of that stuff. It was the real deal. And what you see it doing with in the air with the camera is exactly what we saw with our eyes. I don't know what it was. I think it was a portal, but who knows? But I'm getting off topic. I'll save that for tinfoil dingbat. But, I say always look up. Pinky up. Always look up. You never know what's there. I'm in a good mood. I slept about 2 hours last night. I was so excited about this game. And I'm probably not going to sleep till 4 or 5 in the morning. Because I think after I finish this, I'm going to go inside. I'm going to edit it, upload it, and I'm going to watch the game again. So it's going to be fun. Now, like I said, I thought Jonathan Gannon was fantastic. The whole coaching staff was fantastic. Both sides of the ball. It's funny because shout out to Entertainer Bad Dog. They came on the Shakedown podcast. I love those guys. But one of the arguments they made why the Giants will win was better coaching. The Giants have better coaching than the Eagles. I push back a little bit on it because you can only push back a little bit on it because they're going to believe their guys better. We're going to believe our guys better. But I wasn't totally convinced. And if you look at this game with the Giants, I don't think the Giants coaching staff outcoached the Eagles. I think the Eagles coaching staff outcoached them, okay? I think for the Giants, everything fell apart when they had that, was it 4th and 8? And they decided to go for it, like the 40-yard line or something like that, like something ridiculous. And they don't get it. The Eagles get the ball, go down, score a touchdown. I believe it was Devontae Smith. Giants never recovered after that. They never recovered. Daniel Jones never could get going. And the problem with the Giants have is those receivers aren't that good. So when you go down and you have to constantly throw to bring you back, you're in trouble. And that's what happened. Perfect game plan, perfect execution. I thought the team was absolutely fantastic. How about Lane Johnson? Shout out to Lane Johnson. Listen, I'm trying to hit every guy tonight. It's hard. I might miss a guy. Don't get mad at me. Don't throw anything through the camera. Don't throw it. If I miss somebody, it's not on purpose. Okay? It's not on purpose. Unless it's a Cowboy player, then we just ignore it. But Lane Johnson, I mean, he came out. He was a warrior. He played. I was a little concerned because it looked like he was limping. I was like, oh, he's not going to be able to handle it. But he did, and he played great. The offensive line played great. Landon Dickerson went out at one point, came back in. Those guys were great. They were tremendous. They shut the Giants' defensive line down. They shut them down. And then Jalen Hurts, like I said, MVP, man, MVP. People can say that, oh, it's the system. Any quarterback you could plug in and play, it's not the same. Jalen Hurts is the system. You know, shout out to Kenneth Gainwell, Miles Sanders. I thought they had excellent games. Gainwell went over 100 yards. Miles had close, and I thought they were excellent too. Woo! I just lost my balance. So the cigars are smoking. You know what I'm saying? Now, only if I could get a Cuban cigar for the Super Bowl. If only I could get one for the Super Bowl, I'd be very, very happy. You know? But, man, what a game. What a game. I have no complaints. Like, literally, I have no complaints. They did everything that I could ask. I thought they were good. I think they're a tough team. I don't know why we get overlooked so much, but we do. And the 49ers are going to play the Dallas. I don't know how that game's going to turn out. I go back and forth because I think if you look at the Niners and you look at Dallas, Niners are pretty much better across the board. However, I just wonder about the rookie quarterback. I think that may give the Cowboys a chance. But I don't care who we play. Whoever we play is coming into a buzzsaw, man. It's not going to be good for you. Not at all. Yeah, so the Giants, when they go for that 4th and 8, I thought that was a big mistake. You know, I thought they should have played the long game, should have punted it, tried to pin us back. Instead, they gave us great field position, which turned into a touchdown, which turned into a lot more momentum. And at that point, Giants were in trouble. They were in trouble. They had no answers. That defense got tired, and the Eagles controlled the clock in the first half for over 20 minutes. Tough to win games when your defense is out in the field that much. Even after the Giants scored. Here's the other thing I think they made a big mistake. The Giants score, and it's 28-7. Now, you're down 3 scores. You then get the ball back, and there was about 11 minutes left. Okay? The Giants need to go down and score again. If you can get, let's say if you could score by the 7-minute margin, right? 7 minutes left in the game. You score a touchdown. You're down only 2 scores. You got a chance. It kind of gets a little bit interesting. But it was like a 4th and 6 or 4th and 8. I can't remember what. The Giants punt it. They punt the ball with like 11 minutes left in the 4th quarter. That was stupid. That was the game right there. They gave it away because then the Eagles went on like a 7-minute drive and killed the whole quarter. It was very stupid on the Giants' part. So, no, the coaching staff did not outcoach. Our coaching staff was way better. They were better. Steichen was on point. Sirianni was on point. Jonathan Gannon was on point. How about Haason Reddick, sack and a half? Josh Sweat, sack and a half. Brandon Graham had a sack. Fletcher Cox had a sack. I think we had, 5 sacks in that game? Domination, man. They took it to the Giants. It's funny because if you're watching me for a year, right? And you watched me when we played Tampa last year in the playoffs and lost. We lose to Tampa, then we go ahead, like a week goes by, we watch the Buffalo Kansas City game, and we're watching all these playoff games, and I remember saying, the Eagles are not ready for these teams. The Eagles are not good enough to play with the Kansas City Chiefs or the Buffalo Bills at the time last year. You fast forward a year ago, you look at all the moves that Howie has made. Great moves. The Eagles are ready to compete with those teams and beat those teams, okay? But I see the Giants kind of where we were a year ago, and the Eagles were just too much for them. The Eagles were on another level. The Giants were not ready for that yet, So they got work to do, but it looked great. What a game. What a game. It's about midnight right now, I believe. So it's midnight where I live. It's 3 o'clock for most of you people, and I'm gonna be up till probably like 5 o'clock my time. Go to sleep for like 2 hours, get up, then start streaming the Bills Cincinnati game. Should be a really, really good game. Should be a good game. Man, what a game! What a game! The Eagles swept the New York Giants. We can now say, I should have brought the broom out. But they swept. Oh, I got a broom. Here you go. Here you go, Giant fans. Sweeping them Giants. Sweep them away. They crash. But we swept the Giants. Now, I didn't say we swept the Giants after the second time we played them because they had their backups in. Now we can say it. Okay? If the Giants, to be honest, if the Giants were really smart, they should have played their third stringers. They give us more problems than their starters. I'm just saying. Just saying. And now the Cowboys are next. Cowboy fans are talking. They're coming in my chat. Hey, Philly 500. Hey, Philly 500. You guys are trash. We're going to kill you. I'm like, we're up 38-7. Are you trying to talk crap to me? We're up 38-7. Get this. Get this. Here's something Cowboy fans got to face the musical. Dak Prescott has never gone as far as Jalen Hurts in the playoffs. Jalen Hurts has got to the NFC Championship game. Has Dak Prescott. And if Dak somehow does it tomorrow, Jalen Hurts did it first. Sorry. Eagles win again. What a game. What a game. That crowd was awesome. Everything was awesome. Listen, there's not very many of these that I do that I could go through a whole video and not complain about something. Usually I try to tell you all the positives, everything I like, and I'll say, all right, well, we got to clean this up. We got to clean that up. We got to do this better. I'm not doing that tonight. It's the playoffs. It's win or go home. Win or go home. The Eagles thought they were fantastic. I thought they were absolutely fantastic. Jalen Hurts. God, he changes that whole offense, man. He really does. It's tough to beat. It's tough to beat. That Eagles-Niners game, if the Eagles play the Niners, that is going to be so interesting. It's going to be, really interesting. That defense versus that offense. It's going to be interesting. And if the Eagles play the Cowboys, oh, man, can you imagine being... Because I know there's Eagle fans that say, Listen, as an Eagle fan, I would love nothing more to knock the Cowboys out of the NFC Championship game. And I go, yeah, you're right. I would too. But the problem I have is I can't sit there tomorrow and root for the Cowboys. I can't do it. It's impossible for me to do. You know, do I really want to see the Cowboys get as far as the NFC Championship game? I don't know. I like the Cowboys choke season stuff. So it's going to be interesting. We're going to see. We're going to see. Should be interesting. But I think the media and stuff, I think they forgot how good we were. I really do. They act like we were going to be one and done. We can't do this. We can't do that. I don't think they can say that now. We have so many weapons. I mean, A.J. Brown, total stud, total weapon. And then you look at Devontae Smith. Is Devontae Smith, over the course of the last 6-7 weeks, more productive than A.J. Brown? He is. He's that good. And the thing with those two guys that's so great together is they're complementary. You know, A.J. Brown is big. He's physical, yards after the catch. And then you get Devontae Smith, pure pass, pure route runner, runs great routes. I think he has the best hands. Even though he dropped the ball tonight. But it is what it is. But absolutely fantastic, man. The Eagles, man, they were great. And I'm going to say one other thing about this game that I want to point out. If you remember early in the year, think about the Minnesota game, think about the Detroit game, think about the Cowboys game, the first time we played them. Think about all these games that we went up big. We went up 24-3, 21-7, 21-0. We were up big in a lot of these games. And once we go up that second score, right? So let's say you go up by 14 points. Every single time we do that, the team comes out, the other team comes out, and they go down and score, and they make it close again. Every single time. And to me, I think the problem was early on in the year, Nick Sirianni and Steichen and Gant, they were learning how to win. They were learning how to win at coaches, learning how to put teams away, okay? They were learning it. And what you're seeing now, especially towards the end of the year and in this game, they didn't take their foot off the gas to the point where the other team got momentum, got rolling. They kept aggressive. In the third quarter, if you look early in the season, in the third quarter, they would have come out running all three downs. They would have stopped passing. They would have just tried to milk it and run the clock out. But no, they stayed aggressive. They threw. A.J. Brown Jalen Hurts goes back, throws a bomb to A.J. Brown. Was open. He just missed him. He just overthrew him. But the Eagles, I believe this coaching staff has learned to win during the season. And that's why they don't give up the leads like they used to. A very, very good thing. I'm very happy with this coaching staff. I'm very happy with this team. I absolutely love this team. I love the personality on this team. I love the players on this team. If they end up winning it all, this probably will go down as my favorite Eagles team of all time. Seriously, you know, minus some, you know, certain positions like the Buddy Ryan, the defensive line, and stuff like that, but. For the most part, this will go down as my favorite team. They're that great. Now, you never forget your first one, of course, and the way it happened, of course. But, God, I just think this team's got more youth. I think they got more talent, and they just got to close the deal. So, great win. I'm excited about it. And then, you know what? I'm going to sit back. I'm going to watch the rest of the games, enjoy myself. Come hang out with me. I'll be streaming. We'll have fun. We'll laugh, and we'll hopefully see another Cowboy meltdown. It should be interesting. But the Eagles are going to the NFC Championship game. We're back in the championship game. It's at home, and I love our chances to get to the Super Bowl. With that said, we're going to have a lot of videos this week, a lot of things going on, 2-3 videos a day. Look for it. With that said, take care. Talk to you later, of course. Don't be a dingbat. Remember, it's Howie Vision. We're all just living in it. Oh, you're still here? I thought you had left by now, going to sleep. All those kind of things. It's late. It's late. Do you hear these kids outside? There's kids. I'm talking not like 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, 16-year-olds. There's like 10-year-old kids, 9 years old, 8 years old. They're running around over there. It's like after midnight. Put your kids to bed. My kids, they're in bed. Well, actually, they're probably watching TV, hiding, pretending they're asleep. But I'll just go in there later. Here comes Daddy. 3, 5, 4, 4. Get to bed. Get to bed. What are you up? What are you up for? What are you watching? Get to bed. Then I'll leave. Then I'll come back and do it again. Then I'll leave. Then I'll come back and do it again. And every time I open the door, they'll act like asleep. Oh, shut the door. Open the door. Shut the door. Open the door. They wake up. They go to bed. You know how it is. Kids. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? This right here. I may look like Denzel Washington, but this right here, this is the face of victory. Denzel Washington.